Let me introduce myself. My name Gareisya Azizulfa Aroha, name 3421162. I'm from English class B. Here I want to explain about news writing. The basic concept of news is whatever reported by journalists and published in the media. That is, news is information that has been processed by journalists and is considered to have relative advantage, sometimes objective, sometimes subjective. The superiority of a news is largely determined by whether the news really has value, although often it is very subjective depending on who sees and uses it. From the above limitation, it shows that at basically news is a report about everything, facts or opinion that are interesting or important to the reader and deliver on time, and that report everything is only what interesting and important and must be conveyed just in time. However, from all exciting definition regarding news, there are important things, for example, about the value of news and its structure. News value 1. Prominence importance. The importance of news is measured by impact, how he affect you, the victim who death is more important than property damage. Human interest, something that catches people attention, like news about celebrities, political gossip, and dramas that tell the story human life. 3. Conflicts, controversy. Conflict is usually more interesting than harmony. 4. The unusual, something unusual or unique in generally attractive. For example, the news about a woman who gave birth to child quintuplets and are newsworthy because they are usual. Timelines. News is timely, meaning the element of speed. Delivering news according to time or actual is the important thing. Is talk it the news can be called as news that is stale or expired. Proximity, active that occur near use are considered to have higher value. For example, the earthquake in Jakarta and causing casualties will obviously be more valuable news for Indonesian public further than the Mad Cow case abort, even though they are both news material for the mass media. Type of news. News can be divided into various types, including as follows: trade news, or news that is directly on target, news with strong claim of public attention, reported without interfering with the opinion of the author, and broadcast quickly with a broadcast limit of usually 24 hours. Interpreted news. This is news, not just news convey the facts as they are, but also provide the background, cause and effect of event occurring, the circumstances under which may develop or that may occur. In other words, this news conveys something not just to know but also to be understood by the reader. Investigative news. News produced through a process, investigation, or investigation that usually differs from concern or important case that the public need know large. Often journalists get news based on opinion from the news source who remain anonymous. In-depth news, almost the same as interrogative news. The difference is this news is not written based on disclosure something search, but further searching for meaning something so that the reader gains a better understanding clear about something. 5. News analysis. News analysis is a deep news but also presents the possibility that will and can happen related to the event that become the topic of writing. News writing. The structure of news writing in a person's daily practice. Journalists usually use the inverse pyramid formula, which reflects the need to highlight things important on the front. This news structure is used to assemble a number of news elements, which are often called the basic formula news. This formula is simply formulated as follows: 5 and what he, who, what, where, when, why, how. That is a good news has an element of who or who does what or what, where or where the news happened, when element or when it happened, why or why, and how or how it happened. Conclusion. From the explained above, it can be concluded that news is a report of an important recent event or event in society. In the news, there is a news title, news terence, news agency, and news cover. The title of a news story is written in interesting words and represents the content of the news. The news terence contains important facts from the news that will be disseminated, while the news agency is a further elaboration of the news core so that thoughts and ideas can reach the public. Closing the news is the end of a story, usually contain an appeal and appreciation. Light news is news that concerns the human element, while story news is news that traces the story of life.